Fast Forward Productions. The women are speaking. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the One Broke Actress podcast, an honest account of actor life plus a few lessons I learn in the process. I am your host, Sam Valentine, and we are coming back from a much-needed short podcast hiatus, and we're getting back in the groove, and we are going to start today with a very short solo episode because we got to talk about a phrase that's being tossed around everywhere and what we are going to do about it. If you have not heard the phrase survive till 2025, it is making a huge resurgence in actor world and on social media. And if you are not chronically online like me and you've missed this, congrats, good job. I live in this world so much, and I have heard this phrase thrown out by so many people that I love and respect. What I want to talk about today is why I am trying to avoid this phrase and what I am doing about it in the process, because I just don't like it. And I don't think anyone has bad intentions. I don't think anybody said that phrase because they were like, I'm gonna put my feet up and couch rot until 2025. No, I don't think that's what it is. But to me, it brings a vibe that there's literally nothing that you can be doing right now in your actor career until next year, or that the business is dead and it's hopeless until next year, or you are useless and you have no value to your own life until next year. And all of these things I think are just trash, to be quite frank. And I am your number one advocate for being realistic and knowledgeable about the Hollywood business system. I think it's really important that you stay informed and understand what is going on in this business, because it changes how you send emails to your agents. It changes how you interact with actors on a day-to-day basis or self-submit for projects. Being informed and knowledgeable and understanding the business you're in is a huge part of being in the business. And I know sometimes it feels like you're not in the business because you're not auditioning 24/7, 365. Let me tell you something. You don't want to be auditioning. That is a lot of energy, and you will have nothing left, and you will probably do a very bad job on your audition. I understand that sometimes it feels like we're not truly in the business, but you are. If you're listening to this podcast, you are choosing to ingest actor content, and that means you are in the business. So there are some things I think you can be doing right now. I think so many of them are particular to who you are as a person and where you are at in your level as an actor. Because the things I'm doing might not be the same thing that somebody who just moved here 2 weeks ago needs to be doing, or an actor who's been doing this for 25 years needs to be doing. If you're an actor who's been doing this for 25 years, shoot me an email because you should probably be talking to me. So I want to take this phrase of survive till 2025 and I want to revamp it. I want us instead to think about what we can be doing in the next 6+ months. Because here's the thing, this is not going to be the last time that the industry changes throughout your career. The only thing we're guaranteed is change. If you would have told me when I first moved to LA 13 years ago that I would make good money and put on a SAG contract for having a podcast and doing videos on social media, I would think that you were making shit up. I was busy watching Vine, so what are you even talking about? So much changes so often, and we need to be on top of it and understanding it, and we need to be accepting of it and being able to flow with it. So instead of surviving till 2025, I want you to feel excited and focused in a almost like new school vibe. And if you have kids, you are probably right now prepping for back to school, or if you're in one of those school districts where school starts earlier and earlier now, school is starting so early now. I talk to parents of kids and they're like, yeah, we went back the first week of August. I'm like, what? That is still summer vacation. Poor kids. Or maybe good for the parents. I don't know your life. I don't have children. But I can tell you that going back to school in elementary school was the shit. You felt so excited. You got a new notebook and some sharpened pencils. Or if you were me, your mom pulled out your backpack from last year and was like, you can totally use this again. And then you would be like, no, I can't. I'm going to be the only school kid who uses the same backpack from last year. And then maybe she'd find you one at a different sale. And then eventually you'd reuse last year's lunchbox instead. We were absolutely a non-consumption core family, as they're calling it these days. So I want you to get specific on what it is you can be doing right now. And I can't do that for you on this podcast, but what I can do is lead you through how I'm figuring this out and helping other actors figure this out. So I created a back to school challenge. It is a 5-day challenge that is going out via email only. So that way I don't inundate your social medias. For those of you who aren't going to take it seriously, you can just skip it. It's okay. No shame. It's It's okay. You're not ready to go back to school. I understand. It is a 5-day challenge where I'm going to send you a video every single day that is what you can start working on and focusing on from where you are at now. We're going to take all the ideas of like, oh, I guess I should be in acting class. Maybe I should be doing a reel. Should I hire PR? What about my day job? Do I have enough money? Blah, blah, blah. We're going to take all these ideas and we're going to funnel them to figure out what it is you need to focus on and how you can do it over the next few months instead of waiting for some random undisclosed time in the future. Because I strongly believe you can be living a good life that you enjoy, whether or not Hollywood has anything to say about it. You guys know I'm the biggest advocate for you to continue to enjoy your life while also being involved in this business. At the link in the show notes for this podcast episode, there is a place where you can join the 5-day back to school challenge. Guys, it's free. I already recorded all of the videos. They're going to be sent to you one day at a time. You're going to get homework each day, and I highly recommend doing it with a friend. So if you have a friend you listen to this podcast with, what's up? You're my favorite people. I want you to get a hold of them and be like, hey, do you want to do the 5-day challenge together? And we are trying to muster and find that energy of like back to school, fresh notebook, clean slate. There is no need to wait for New Year's or a holiday or some random date that somebody else gives you permission. And by right now, I mean September 9th is when it starts. I think that you can start working on things for your acting career and for your life in general. And we're going to figure out what those are together. 5-day back to school challenge. Completely free. Sign up at the link in the show notes below. If you have any questions, drop me a line on Instagram. I am so excited about this. I thought of the idea, wrote the scripts, and I filmed it in a 48-hour period. So as you can tell, I needed this as well. So get excited, get signed up for the 5-day back to school challenge. And I cannot wait to help you figure out what you can be doing so you don't just have to survive till 2025. I strongly believe that you can do much, much more. Okay, guys, I will talk to you next week.